little bit of a late start to the day. How's it going, everybody? Today, was trying to come up with a name for it. I'm going with a suggestion from a good friend of mine, Maddie. Thank you, Maddie. To call it not all heads hunting challenge, but Headhunter. That's a lot catchier. I like that. I'm just terrible at naming things. Naming stuff is just not my convention. I'm terrible at it, you know. That being said, though, let's hop into the game. So, let me quick TLDR of this. Essentially, if I go to my warehouse here. So inside my warehouse, I have all these like stuffed heads and whatnot. Now, I do want to point out that I have had some of these before this challenge. However, I'm not counting them for this challenge. This needs to be obtaining 5 of every stuffed head imaginable in the game, and then I also need to find a building that is large enough to be able to put all of these in. So, for anybody curious what this challenge is, what it is. Give me a second here. I need to close out some tabs in the background. Also got a cookie clicker in the background, a few other things. So, essentially, find it. Where is it? Right here. So, screen. There we go. So this here is my Google Sheets text document thing. Pretty much what this is this is what I was able to accomplish in the first live stream. This doesn't seem like a lot, but trust me, it was still like 3 hours of hunting. It was ridiculous. So since back in, I think it was April 7th? April 8th? I don't remember exactly. It was somewhere around there in April. This challenge is to get every single one of the possible huntable mobs heads. I understand that Raven's in the chat box thing is covering it, but essentially, if I highlight all of these, you can see count 34. So there's 34 different types of heads here, all ranging from mobs that are more common to hunt, and then mobs that are just not as common to hunt. So, for instance, bear, there are huntable bears, but how many people really know where they are and all that stuff? Not very common. Not very common indeed. So, thankfully, I did get the bears because there's an island that has 2 bears on it, and that one was painful because, well, I was also trying to get weasels, and I don't remember getting a single weasel. So, I remember I was going for Balanos Islands. That's the start. And then from there, the rest of them are fairly easy, like feather wolves, finnels. You guys probably may not be able to see that, though. These 2 right here. These 2 are over in Kama. I know very well where they're at. Gazelles, I'm assuming there's huntable gazelles, but I don't know for sure. Like a lot of these things I kind of need to figure out. But a lot of the other ones, like, I would say probably from here down to... Really, I know where all these are in various different places. Farina, Farika, I don't even know. Like, do I just tan them? Do I butcher them normally? Are there huntable versions? I don't know. But those are things that I need to figure out as we go along. So, if I go Black Desert Online Codex, one that I want to focus on today, let's say Fox and Weasel. Fox. How's it going, Maddie? Let's see, Fox. Actually, if I just type it, Fox is already there, so we'll go NPC. Because I know technically there are huntable foxes. Is there... Looking through all this here at the top. Oh, okay. Because there are foxes out in the... if I do stuff fox head, no? Cool. Alright. Go item, I guess. Let's see what I can find here. Well, guild ones. Oh my gosh, there's so many. Okay. You take song requests? Depending on if it's DMCA, I can play it on stream. if you want me to listen to something just like outside of the stream, I guess I can try to make that happen. Fox head. Okay, I can go product of recipe, and then I can actually just find this normal one. Product of recipe. This is going to take me a little bit to actually go back. Give me a second. This is what I want, is the green one, dropped by Fox. Huh? Stuffed fox head, dropped by Gieth. Okay. Song we're listening to, takedown by Twice. Okay. These are not huntable foxes. Did I? Hang on a second. Video huntable mobs, Balenos Islands. I remember looking up images. This exact one, actually. This one right here. This is from Reddit. Excuse me. I need to take a look at this because this is like dailies and whatnot. Before I get too distracted researching this, I will take a listen to it. Probably later, Maddie, if that's all right. Okay, so this is the island. Yeah, is it Baremi? Yeah, Baremi. I was doing that for bear. There's also bear and fox over here. Or that's wolf. Excuse me. Apparently, I don't know how to read the word wolf. It's like that's a fox. So my next bet, I want to probably go for weasels still, and this island over here has weasel and raccoon. I can do that. Okay. I like resources like this. Mobs Farina, however you say it. This is on Grumpy G. Is this map? This looks like it's one of the maps that just doesn't exist anymore. Ferica Farina? Are there actually huntable versions? I didn't know. This is another resource that I want to hold on to. Some people like love to complain like, I can't find any information about Black Desert. It's like, yeah, you know, it can be kind of hard to find, but you know, it exists. Foxes on Illy Island, you know. Anyways, let's go with this one. I think this is Dutch Island, DUCH. That's what we're gonna do. Gosh, I could feel the frame rate. In case you were curious, I'm also taking the horse out there. I'm not actually going to be taking my boat because I just don't feel like it. So, where's it? So, also want to mention this because it was mentioned in chat, even though you guys can't see it because I have it hidden. I joined a guild that potentially will be getting into maybe some node wars, trying to go for Voltarian. Essentially, these presets, they're going to be resetting along with pet presets. So make sure you have that all kind of saved up and whatnot. Need to turn up the volume in Black Desert here for a minute. So just be aware of like what your pet groups are. So this is my grind group. This is my life skill group, and this one is my fish group. I'm going to be taking screenshots of these. I probably should do it now, but whatever. And then all 10 of these I'm also going to take a screenshot of as well because they're going to be resetting these, and it makes me kind of sad. So Yawning Hedgehog is typically what people say to use for hunting, and I do need stuff for gathering drop rate, so... because I'm not really going to make money from this. This is just more personal goals type stuff. Gathering at a drop rate plus 10%. This is 12%. So I might even start using the Khan's Heart just because. 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. Was there anything else that I need to do? Probably repair. to make sure that I have Hedgehog out. What was here? Oh, that was actually further draughts, I believe. Oh, I left some of my Narchilian gear because I was doing cooking. I did so much cooking the other day, it's actually ridiculous. It's down a row if I can. Gathering item drop rate 2 hours. Another one for 1 hour. Item drop rate, but not gathering. Gathering item drop rate. Okay. If I need to use it, I can use it. Let's make sure the island I'm going to is this one right here. I know that I can make it to this one from here, so. Like I mentioned, the main reason that I'm going by horse is I don't want to leave my boat out there. And even though I'll be close nearby, I can always like server hop and whatnot. I just don't want to deal with boat stuff at the moment. So, I keep forgetting this horse does have a triple jump, and I probably should be using that. Just gonna wait a little bit of time here. Leave Twilight out here. Let's see. Raccoons. Raccoons. Weasel. Dead center of the islands. There's like normal mobs. Are these pirates? These are pirates. They're not upset at me, which is fine. So there's 2 sides of the island. There are more raccoons. Alright, let's go ahead and get match locked up, shall we? And then, I don't recall... Oh, now I remember. I had a preset for hunting, and I removed it. Welp. Big rip. That's fine. I don't need it. Let's activate Khan's Heart. That was 1 shot. As far as kills go, this shouldn't be too bad. I need to do this thing again where I like do this and like zoom in because I cannot see roughly. Where is this one? Is it inside this rock? It's probably inside this rock, isn't it? Yeah, I don't. Okay, cool. It is a known thing in this game where enemies, or I guess creatures in this case, can be inside rocks, so... Yeah, the long and the short of this challenge is simply just to get everything possible, like all the individual heads off the market, or all the ones that you can see on the market, but obtain them, not through market. So what's the long and the short of the story is, this is going to be one of the more challenging things I've ever done in this game, but it's also a self-imposed challenge. There's nowhere inside this game where you get a reward for doing all this. You don't go past go, you don't collect $200, you know, none of that sort of stuff. This is purely just to give myself something to do, and something to achieve, which is probably a little scary if you think about it. Like that, my house that I'm going to decorate with all these heads is going to be probably a little much for some people. You know, there's also what I'm calling phases. So phase 1 right now is just trying to acquire the base version of the heads, which I need 5. Provided that I can do that, phase 2 is going to be acquiring all the necessary resources. So to upgrade each of the heads, they require certain resources. One of which being Breath of Amua or Breath of Narcian, which if you've ever hunted those, you know how difficult that can be to actually get. So there is that aspect, which I'm not exactly looking forward to. But it is one of the things that I need to do. And same thing with Breath of Narcian, I'm going to attempt not to get any off the marketplace and obtain them. So if I like type in breath, as you can see, there's no Breath of Narcian, no Breath of Amua. If I type in, like for instance, Narcian, you don't see anything. If I type in Amua, nothing there. The only thing is I might, that's Elcars. Okay, so there's Breath of Amua 1. It's Arab Jork's Grudge. So I mean, I have some of these from previous hunting. I'm not really going to be too upset if I use those. And then Nark's Wishstone, you know, I got 20 of those, so I will use those because at the end of the day, it's not like it's going to matter too much. I still did obtain those, just, you know, before the challenge actually began. And, you know, I'm not too upset about it. But just to not cheapen the challenge, those are generally speaking some of the rules. Try to see if I can shoot through the rock here. It's not working. So that's kind of the goal here. Self-imposed, obviously, but it'll be a lot of fun. And the other thing is this entire thing has to be streamed. So every grueling minute that I'm going to be hunting is going to be streamed, so that way people can't be like, well, you cheated. Oh, that's the raccoon rock. I just have a feeling that I'm going to spend like hours at either rhinos or like not snow leopards. Is it Arctic wolves? I think so. Because both of those spots I'm going to need. Oh, I got one of the seal things. Nice. I'm going to need a ton of resources, pretty much. Blemished whole leather. I don't think, can the wild spark get me any of these resources too? No, but I can get black gem fragments. Probably will end up getting black gem fragments from it, honestly. I feel like from the last time I did this, maybe it's from the cons art, I don't know, but I'm getting a lot of wild spark. Like almost every single one of these is giving me one, it feels like. Raccoon rock. Mobs haven't exactly respawned up here. Starting to respawn further down. On this island, I would probably want to try to get some raccoons. raccoon heads, because weasel heads aren't that great. I also really don't want to do a lot of server hopping, but I might have to soon. Depending. Like every time I do a lap, I could server hop, but I also just don't want to deal with crashing and whatnot. So, I could. There's an island. It's literally that one right there, actually. What if I went back and forth? And go from this island to this island. Because, excuse me? You mind explaining to me what in the world you just did? And why that made absolutely no sense? You won't let me because I have a match lock? Is that correct? I feel like that's baloney. Yeah, it's because I had a match lock. Yeah, that makes sense. I'll just go back and forth because this island has raccoons and foxes. Let's see right here. I need to reload. Alright, flag. I might need to get like a ton of say, I don't remember now. Ton of something. It's like halfway in a rock. Don't worry, buddy. Gotta reload. I was about to say, you better load 4. I'm guru. Thank you. Pirates over here. Put them in 5 minutes. If anybody is watching live and need them. The foxes. Oh, they actually a giant fox. Okay. This is almost as bad as the bears. Bears had 2 on the other island. Completely whiffed. Would these count as giant fox? I assume so. Well, at least I'm double dipping the amount of raccoons I'm getting, I suppose. So thank you. Making sure Verter Draught. No. Perfume. No. We'll do some tea, why not? Really should be trying to push more buffs, honestly. Let's do the Japchae. What is, yeah. Candy, why not? Hour. Most of these are an hour. Recovery stuff up there. Okay, good enough. Just in case, we'll throw some more mastery on. I think it just really comes down to drop drop chance, really. Not to be confused with, like, grinding drop chance. Gathering drop. No. Thank you. Okay. There was a second one I shot over here somewhere. Not crazy. Right? Wild herb thicket. Okay. Here? No. That's not a live one. Boodum spawning. Spam detected. That's a rock. Oh my gosh. We're down there. Boxes are up here. Who's you? Still no heads yet. Got some Caphras on that. 4 Caphras. That's a lot, actually. You know, actually, now that I think about it, oh my gosh, horse, please. The amount of Caphras sitting on the market is actually kind of ridiculous. I need to take off my shoes, but there you go. I saw this the other day, and I was like, how is there almost 100, or like, how is there almost 1 million sitting on the market? And then I was like, well, yeah, you need like 40, 60,000, something like that. If you're going for like the C20 methods, Nuver and Kudum C20, I think it's like 30,000 is what you need. And yeah, for me, I totally could just indulge a little bit, but it's just, nah, I don't need that. I don't need that in my life. Raccoons make noise. Weasels do not. Is it? No, it is. That's not, though. Either they made wild sparks more common, or because I have so many buffs, I'm getting one practically every time. Because I do not remember, like back in April, I do not remember getting this much wild sparks. I mean, even when I was doing sniper hunting, I don't remember getting this much, you know. Load. First energy potion for the stream. Maybe that's like the underlining message, right? I just have a lot of energy potions and I'm finding any and all excuse to use them. Maybe that's why I'm doing this. I don't know. I'm doing it though, like I said, just because I have nothing. Some days I have nothing that I really am pursuing. So this kind of gives me an excuse to pursue something. And plus, most of the things that I am pursuing are like marketable, like outfit boxes. Just gotta wait for Kron City. Yay. This is at least, it gives me something to do. It's more active than just waiting. And in the meantime too, like if I'm waiting for outfit boxes on Marketplace, I could still get them while this is going on, so keeping busy, but also not really. I know it sounded like I had more to say there, but that kind of worked. I also needed to yawn, so I've been up since like 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock this morning. 4:30, I don't remember. I remember tossing and turning and having a hard time sleeping last night, and I think I might know what it is other than just the obvious answers of like stress and worry. This is gonna sound really stupid, but there's a 40-gallon fish tank next to, or like behind the couch that I sleep on, and it's like half filled with water, and I don't know what it is about the sound of water. It's not relaxing to me. It kind of makes me worried a little bit. I don't know. It causes a level of anxiety, I guess. So I'm going to fill that up before I go to sleep tonight and see if it gets better. Historically speaking, every time that I've noticed, oh, it's low on water, and I fill it up with water, I do sleep very soundly. So that might also explain why I wake up in the middle of the night, just like, man, I need a pee. So who knows? Maybe my issue of my sleep is actually related to a fish tank not being filled up with water. More than, am I going to get hired someday? But I'm not here to wax philosophically about my personal life, you know. I'm here to hunt things and see how things go. Heads yet, though. Also, in case anybody is curious about my current combat XP, I do not grind on this character. Once I hit 64, I stopped. From the start of the year until now, I want to say that maybe 25% of that has been from life skilling. They've improved combat XP gains so significantly from life skilling. I have done essentially 25% of a level up from 64 to 65 just from life skilling. And if that sounds insane, it's because it pretty much is. Every time that I go to harvest my farms, I go up almost like 0.01, which, I mean, that's a lot. My Dark Knight is catching up for sure. So is my Meiwa because they both are tagged. But honestly, it's a bit impressive, but also scary. I've completely thought, well, my Kuno is going to hit 65 just from life skilling. All right. May I have some weasel head? How about a raccoon head? How about another weasel head? How about 4 weasel heads from one guy to Hydra? All right. Just gotta do the circle. Do the circle. A lot of wild sparks, though. Push me. Rude. I was gonna shoot you anyways, but... Eh. Okay. Heard somebody once call it this, and I have a hard time unhearing it. Trash pandas. Okay. Another raccoon. Another one. Another one. Drop frames for a second. I think we're fine though. On my tablet buffering. Fine. Hopefully. Oh. Alright. Let's just climb the weird slope, thank you. Hello. Harvest point was further away. No, I'm also not trying to mention. Oh, that's the rock. Also trying not to mention it. I don't recall. I don't recall if the minigame works for hunting. I don't think it does. The Land of the Morning Light Green Thumb one. Because I feel like by now, even like some of my bad hours of like doing meat gathering, usually by now I'd be able to know. I would have had at least one minigame by now. I don't think it works if you're actually hunting. Fairly certain. Yeah, I still have it turned on, so. Getting drop frames? No, just my tablet buffering. Okay. Herbs. Need to reload. Reloading. I need to reload that. No, I don't.
Yep.
Off we go back to the other island. I whiffed. Oh. Dude, thank you. That was not harvesting. That was herbs. I mean, I might need some of those to season up some of the meat I'm getting, you know? Although I don't think lavender would taste good on a steak. Just saying. Stop it. You're adorable. Can't have that around here. I'm not gonna, you know, try to feel bad for attempting to reach my life goal of being a headhunter. Maybe the connotation of headhunter to me just I'm thinking Toontown, right? Toontown Online, Toontown Rewritten, all that. There is an enemy named the Headhunter, and I don't know, it just has such a negative connotation to me. I do like it though for this challenge, if it's thematically correct. Pop. Seal. Still no heads yet. Really one way up there is. shrug off a bullet, huh? Black gem fragments. Map. Starting to get that weird feeling like, do the animal heads even exist? There's just been nothing but back and forth here. I'm sure they exist. I'm just not getting the drop rate. Just assume there it is. One of my biggest issues with the minimap is that your character pointer is not exactly the direction that it shows, or the pings of the animals are not exactly where they're at. Your best bet is to look slightly to, I believe it's the right, slightly. If you're comparing to like map, like top down. On my screen, I'm standing roughly in front of. But if you look at the map, it's not like dead center. It's actually a little bit off to the right. Ever so slightly off to the side. Pull them heads. It. This one I had to look a little bit more to the left. Maybe it's a mixture of both. Maybe it's a mixture of your character not exactly looking the direction that you're actually looking on the mini map, and then also the pings just not being right where they need to be. Oh no. Alright, game. I am very appreciative of you testing my patience, just like just about everything else is in my life these days, but can I at least get some semblance of progression right now? Some sense of, hey, do a good job, keep it up. Take 4 heads. It makes total sense that a raccoon or a weasel would have 4. It's like that level of realism that I wish that game had more of. More Caphras. Nice. Nice. Up. Trying I think there's no crystal that's specifically item drop rate for like gathering, right? I don't think so. Drug off a musket ball like that. It's illegal. Not allowed. $102. It's a lot, actually. Is it 5? Yeah, it's 10 for 5. So that's another like 40. No, a lot more. What am I thinking? It's 20, so it's 100. That's 100 black gems. Sheesh. I need to find a good way to get sharps. I think normal gathering you can do that, but if I was like doing gathering of any kind, I need to get a lot of snake blood actually for elixirs. Get my guru elixir boxes. Yes, guru medicine boxes. It's an extra little bit of money every day. I think I might have gotten one, but I feel like this one just walked away. That one. More careful. What's that guy? Off that rock. What are you doing? Boxes to here. I completely whiffed. Port Fury might be better for foxes, not gonna lie. Every mob is giving me a wild spark. Why am I getting these pretty people? What's that? All right. Okay. Sorry. I am not able to share with the class too much. All you need to know is that my dad took a picture of what seems to be a woman who was posing to take a picture of herself, holding up her purse or something. My dad works, they have like reflective glass, like most modern day structures, buildings, they have like that reflective glass, and there's blinds and stuff, so you can't even see really inside the building. Looks like this person was just trying to be cute and take a picture of herself. You know, each their own, I guess. I swear there's smoke in the air today. Nope. They really do have a similar sound now that I've actually heard it.
Pop.
I just realized the you're saying pop when I shoot a weasel, pop goes the weasel, you know? Gosh. I feel like I'm not getting good luck here. There, I said it. Maybe, you know, I'll do one more rotation on this island here. If this just doesn't work, then I'll go somewhere else. I might just revisit the Balenos Islands later. I think if I had to go like pick a place to go to, I would probably go to Valencia because it's more out of the way. There's like Valencian lions out there. I believe there's a lion and lioness. Oh my gosh, I keep getting herbs. So this is it's kind of where I'm at. I'm gonna move on, go somewhere else for a little bit. Been here for 34 minutes and I just haven't gotten any. I could just finish the hour and then do an hour elsewhere. I do have some time to think about it before I decide. I do like the idea of going from island to island though, because everything respawns by the time I go back. I'm mad. Hey, stuffed fox heads, baby. There's 4 of them. That is a good sign. And 8 sharps. Interesting. I just had a feeling I'd call out the game and be like, yeah, I'm gonna go somewhere else. This raccoon is really trying to hide over here. I'm going to attempt to keep going here until the end of my hour, because I don't want to waste some of those buffs. Have them to a different spot, so. Plus, I do have 4 of the foxes, so if I can get, you know, 1 more, it would be a total of 8, but, you know, give me enough. More Caphras, nice. Oh, full black gems. Nice. Got any heads? I got 4 foxes, and that's it so far. It's been almost 40 minutes. Only 4 that I got right there. Everything else has been just miscellaneous stuff. And it seems like I'm getting a wild spark every time, so that's 275 total kills. 6. Kind of impressed at how little I've gotten for what I'm trying to do. Hello, little boat. But I'm gonna keep going, finish my hour or so at these islands, and then might go somewhere else, change the scenery. I view it kind of like grinding, you know. Gathering and grinding are very similar in a lot of ways. That was a treasure chest I was shot. Where's he at? There he is. Okay, that was kind of weird. Where is he? One more? No. Saw my tablet buffer again. Not sure if it dropped frames or not. That's not what I thought I was harvesting. I got 4 seeds from gathering harvesting. Not exactly what I need. Getting a lot of leather stuff though, like supreme hides and supreme leathers and whatnot, so that's always nice, I suppose. What head am I specifically looking for? Any and all of the ones that I'm hunting for. Right now on this island there is raccoon and fox. On the other island there is raccoon and weasels, and I need all of them. It's not wanting to be nice to me today. It's like 39 minutes to get one of the heads to rock, and when it did, it thankfully gave me 4, but see this. Like foxes here would be nice to finish, because then I just don't have to come back up here. Getting kind of bored. I mean, the stream's not exactly for everybody. It just more or less gives me something to do. Let's go ahead and repair, actually. I saw the match lock. Does this Villa scroll? No, it doesn't. But for the XP. If I'm just bored, don't know what to do. Yeah. I had a feeling you were probably needing that, but I don't know how to help you with that, to be honest. Because I know that you were set yourself up to AFK fish, so I understand that you may not want to play the game. I get that. I really do. But I don't know. Any other games you want to play, or any other things? Maybe draw. Throwing spitballing ideas for you. Was charging, so no drawing at the moment. Yeah, I gotcha. One second. So try to explain something. I might go back on what I told my brother earlier. He does this thing called Indie Fall, which is something he does around September, time period where it's fall and he plays indie games. And the years past, I would go through on itch.io and I would find indie games for him to play. Most of which would be just like funny little games or stuff like that. But then I would always include like one that was, for lack of a better word, a more traditional like jump scare horror game and stuff. That way he has something for leading into like October and what I would call Spooktober and stuff like that. Told him that I wasn't going to do vetting for him this year. Might go back on that. In other words, I might want to do that where I play like itch.io games live, because I have a soft spot in my heart for indie development games and whatnot. So might check with him, see if he's still thinking about doing that. If so, I mean, we still got a couple of weeks before September comes around the corner. The reason I say all this is most of the games that I play are games I've played for a very long time, and I kind of just know a lot about them. So that like level of wanting to play a new game just for the sake of playing a new game, I very much feel the same level of burnout. Don't know what to do. Realistically today, do I really want to be doing what I'm doing? No, but this gives me stream time. This gets me active. It's one of those type of streams where I don't really want to do what I'm doing, but better than not streaming, I guess. Can you shoot the fox? Or not? Lynch control, Kuno, jeez. Well, this might be the last full rotation. 5 more minutes left on those buffs. Not the last rotation for the stream, just for the hour. I mean, it might be the last one for the hour, for the stream. I don't know. There you go. Where? Sure, I just don't see him. Shot him. There we go. Not there a second ago. Some of these animals are just like shot after shot and just won't die. This almost feels like hitting Penn Blackstar level of unlucky, you know? Maybe I should do an hour over at Narcia and try to get some breath. Or go over to Mountain of Eternal Winter. Breath over there. Breath of Amua. Basically the same thing, 1-to-1 really, but... got a few options. I could go to Valencia, hunt lions to get lion heads. It's out of the way. It's not really a good spot to go hunting lions, really. But they are on the list to get female Valencian lion, Valencian lion. Knowing that there's about 34 different heads that I'm going to need to get up to like the highest level possible. I think it's like 5 Breath of Narcian per, so I need to like over 150. That's gonna be a grind. Really. I don't know. A lot of stuff I need to try to do for this challenge. Probably gonna take a good 30-40 hours to accomplish. 30-40 hours maybe in just collecting the heads, and then upgrading them might take another 40 to 50, I would assume.
Yep.
Of course, my brain's just like, we can do all sorts of other stuff. Like we can do speedrunning for Celeste. We could do, we can go take a nap. Like all sorts of other stuff we could do instead of doing this. Body's like, nope. Hey, Guru 15. How much XP am I getting here? Well, it's a pretty decent amount, actually. Oh, that was the end of that. On the horse. Let's see. Fox, raccoon. Raccoon, fox, and wolf. It's up there. We'll do that one. Let's go for a change of scenery. This is saying up here at this island. Go scout it out, see. Got over here. This is a raccoons over here. Fox. A couple foxes amidst raccoons. Fox. Okay. Fox. 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 Foxes. More foxes. Okay, there's a lot of wolves up here. Okay. All those in the sky, those are seagulls. Okay. Can you get seagulls? Oh. C-A-G. just give you bird meat. I don't know. So for that hour, it was 381 confirmed kills as far as the wild spark goes. I'm sure there was more than that, but yeah. 4 stuffed fox heads is all I have to show for it, which is really unfortunate because it wasn't just foxes. It just seems to be how inefficient that was. Foxes. Got 4 now, currently. Let's go ahead and Alphion. More than anything, I just want to put these away. So I have over 1,000 actually. That's over 500 black gems. It's actually. It's not 600, is it? No. It would be 111 exchanges, so 550. Quite a bit of black gems, honestly. Only issue is the sharps. You work on getting more of those. Also a ton of meat duds. I do like that they actually show the alternate ingredients in the in-game now. That does make it a lot easier. How many? 21? Yeah, let's see what we can move. That was all of them. Alright, let me go ahead and pop some more buffs here. Put these heads into storage. Item drop rate. Item gathering, I guess. Those. Round 2, fight. Raccoon, okay. Raccoon died over there, but whatever. I literally can't see anything over here. It's great. I have this like weird thing, right? Every once in a while, I'll be like, maybe it's my Kuno's outfit. Maybe if I change the outfit, my RNG will be different. That's another layer of tinfoil I really don't want to subscribe to, but I am subscribed to, so. I like the Margori outfit, honestly. It's honestly one of my favorites. There's a few outfits that I would consider my favorite. Whiffed. Raccoon. But where? In the... Can't see anything. Okay, there's the butcher spot. That raccoon was he was like a mountain goat. Flinch control, please. Fox minding its own business, looking over the ridge, and then I pop out, shoot 2 times in the face. Don't elaborate. Summon wolves? You sure do. Just like the Portafuria wolves. Those 3 little wolves. No, not the wolves. Okay, I'm not exactly excited to kill wolves either, but you know, they're on the list. These are literally the Portafuria wolves. On the plus side, there's a lot of them. So they're not too tough to kill, like the small ones, the ones that get called in. Big boys have a little bit more HP, but or the abundance of them that makes it a little bit better. It's not the best though. All seagulls. Hello. Did I say boss? It says boss wolf. Here's your tuxedo. Call on reinforcements? You sure do. I'm gonna attack the boss wolf. The other little one. That wolf looked a little bit different. But more of a lighter fur. I guess whiter fur is more appropriate. Raccoon? Is. How a raccoon could just be chilling here when a big bad wolf like that was just chilling nearby. Never understand. Did I also see what I thought I saw back over here? I did not. Firefly flower. I thought it was something else. Firefly flower. Go raccoon. Goodbye raccoon. Gonna miss. You spawned yet? I think they have. Well, or I just went completely the wrong direction. Yes. Where's the... There it is. Go up over this way. should be able to find the foxes. Okay, so they have respawned. I don't know why that's funny to me. Shouldn't be, but it is. More Caphras, nice. Completely whiffed that shot, awesome. I'll pop up and say hi to that guy. Well, he's not looking my way. Fine. Just the easier to shoot you with. Wolves are right up over here now. Hello. Oh my gosh, the pack. Really shouldn't do this, but just for science. Okay. So I found my method. I get them all to summon the little ones, then just Black Spirit's Rage. Should be Boss Wolf. There he is. On the ridge. Some of your little guys. Here are the raccoons. Also see seagulls. The seagull get me, actually. Not just bird meat. Really trying not to hit the boss wolf there. My understanding, if you kill the one that summons, then the other one's like unsummon. Also, there was something there that I saw that I haven't seen before. It was like a tooth like this, but it looked kind of like this longsword. Was it this longsword? It was wolf blood. I swear I saw something I hadn't seen before. Tell me you didn't have enough sleep without telling me that you didn't have enough sleep. Waiting for him to make noise. He didn't make noise for a little bit, so I thought he wasn't right in front of me. Hold on, let me reload. No. Why are you in the tree? It's not uncommon, but Not expecting it at all. Really, the tree was in the way, so it blocked it. So dumb. It's this game, man. With its janky hit registrations. Music that's playing right now, absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites for like ocean stuff. Mainly because I'm not sure if it's a flute or whatever that lead instrument is right here. Or a woodwind or something. Just reminds me of like maritime, like sea music. Can I get some more of these heads? Come on now. Fox, wolf, raccoon, anybody? Do we possess hydras on this island? Alright, summon your little minions. Come on. I do need to be attacked a little bit to get my Black Spirit's rage up, so I can always try to pick off the little guys without damaging too much of the big guys. Okay, here we go. That works. Ooh, stuffed heads. There we go. That was 4 wolf heads. So, this is gray wolf? No, it's just stuffed wolf. There. Does this count as gray wolf? Hang on a second. Bold. I don't know how to type. Stuffed wolf head. Gray wolf. Okay, so they are 2 different types. So this is normal wolf. So I have 4 normal wolves. Wolf heads. Wolf heads. And 1 second, our bunny's being obnoxious. It's moving stuff around. only he would behave. You would think, oh, he's just a bunny. How bad could he be? Why is my health not recovering? Hello? Lately this has been really screwy, by the way. Ah, because it wasn't family inventory. I see. Whiffed. Second one didn't count because it couldn't turn, but it showed that it hit. Registration at its finest. Decent amount of hunting, actually. Just noticed I have a progression pass. Hunting. Alright. Stuff wolf head by butchering. Well, that's all of hunting done, so that's cool, I guess. I should have done that years ago. I feel like I have done that. So, going back into the, one of the main reasons, like what led me to play Black Desert. I remember very vividly, there was a trailer that they released and it said, be who you want to be, do what you want to do. And as that line of do what you want to do was on screen, they were showing somebody who was holding onto a matchlock, like near a hunting spot. Like in the distance, you can see there's like wolves and foxes and such. And, the main selling point for that, or at least in my opinion, which really made me go, oh, I think I'll give this game a shot, was the hunting aspect. I'm not one to like IRL. I'm not a hunter. I'm not somebody who goes out of my way to do that type of stuff. But in video games, it's very different. I don't know why. I just really enjoy the concept of hunting. I cannot describe why, I just do. Something carnal, you know, something very primal, if you will. And, yeah, it's one of those things I enjoy. So, when I found out about this in Black Desert, you know, having hunting, I wanted to get into it. So one of the first things that I did when I first launched into the game was like how to hunt. So I found out you had to be level 30. Which took a little bit because back then it was leveling up was very different. I didn't have like other friends that played the game actively who could level me up or power level me or anything like that. This was back in, I want to say it was 2019, right before COVID. And yeah, I fell in love with hunting, and I did a lot of hunting near Portaferia, along the coast with the foxes and wolves in that area. And now here we are years later, and progression pass wasn't a thing back when I was hunting over there a lot, so why I say I feel like I should have done this years ago, but unfortunately was not able to do it because the progression pass wasn't a thing. They're funny again, 1 second. It's just being ornery today, I swear. Yeah, lay down. Thank you. As long as he's laying down, he's not trying to destroy his cage. His enclosure, I guess, if you want to be more PC about it. Anyways. Yeah, hunting in this game has always been one of those things that just really appeals to me. Before Odalita, before that region released, it was Feather Wolves. Feather Wolves was the place to go to. And then after Odalita was introduced, then it very quickly became grass rhinos. A lot of people say, still to this day, it's kind of a crapshoot between the two, depending on like your kills per minute or kills per hour. But generally speaking, I would go with rhinos being better, because rhinos is just, if you have the health potions, I'll say, if you have infinite health potion, you're Gucci over there. If you do not, then I would say feather wolves, but feather wolves are still going to hit you pretty hard too. And whenever you like smack I think it's the finnel, however you say it, when you hit that, that's when everybody just kind of goes ballistic. So no matter what, you're going to need health potions regardless. And some people don't like rhinos because they'll clip through your character. They'll like hack through your character. There are ways to mitigate that to where you're not rolling half the time, which is just go on a nearby rock and it can't actually get to you, but they'll still attack, but they won't clip through you. I've had people be like, OMG, I can't believe you're cheating. So, cheating? Cheating. Cheating. If it was such a concern, take it to PA's forum. I'm sure they'll get back to you in 1 to 5 years. Rhinos, in my opinion, just because of that cheat, exploiting, because of that, you can probably level up very, very quickly in comparison to feather wolves. for BSR here. There we go. Three more minutes before I can use another energy potion. I don't think I'm going to run out of energy, to be honest. I didn't see any heads. Right.
Up.
Hit R like that's how you reload. Maybe the boss wolf is different. No, it's not. Well, rip those two. You gotta wait for now. They won't be able to escape Hostel Gado. That's an old reference. Any Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy fans? Just out of curiosity. Hostel Gado. Like one of the voices that I really wanted to emulate when I was a young teenager to like mid-teenager. Just really like the show. Not gonna lie. Anybody know how to drive stick? Jeff the Spider holding up a stick, pretending like it's a car, you know, blowing raspberries. You know, and then cut back to it was, I believe it was like one of the major movies. I don't remember which one it was. I think Grimm was forced to get married or something like that, and they were in a dilemma where it was a stick shift vehicle, and he was like, I can drive stick, and then busts through the wall, starts causing all this chaos and havoc, and they're like, I thought you knew how to drive. This is a different kind of stick. Cartoons. I kind of miss those days. Don't even get me started on modern day cartoons. I sound like such a boomer. I'm so angry what they did to Teen Titans. Teen Titans Go is not allowed. We don't talk about that in this household. Teen Titans, the OG. Man, that was a good show. There's another one I talk about here and there. It was, in my opinion, underrated. It was called Code Lyoko. Code Lyoko was a really interesting show. Kind of ahead of its time for what it's worth. It, you know, in my humble opinion, I'm not really one who watches a lot of anime or cartoons these days, but when I was growing up, it was pretty aight. I think Lyoko, they only did 2 seasons? I don't remember. Basically, the gist of the show, if you've never seen it before, is it was a group of, I want to say they were maybe high school, maybe junior high kids, somewhere around there, at least in their teenage years. There's more to it than what I'm about to tell you, but essentially there'd be some crazy event would happen and stuff, and then at the very end they would basically go back in time to before this crazy event, and they would try to either prevent it from happening or revert time essentially back to before things went horribly wrong. I don't remember how many seasons. It wasn't that many. islands. I don't know how to do that. That's kind of risky. Should be good. All right, if I can get like one more wolf, so kind. No, we just don't do that today. Sick. Oh, wait. Last one. Sick. Been at this island for about 36-ish minutes. I swear I tried to move my mouse to the right. There's this might sound like a bunch of cobium, but it's truth. There's a reoccurring thing that occurs with mouse pads that I get. And it's to the right of my mouse, which I usually have my mouse, like, if you consider a mouse pad, like split it down vertically in half, I usually keep the mouse on the left side of that line. And on the right hand side of the mouse pad, there's always like a bulge or like a bubble that forms. And it's kind of annoying. So whenever I turn to the right, at some point, I'm still moving my mouse, but it stops registering because it like lifts the mouse up off the mouse pad. This like bulge is very annoying to deal with, and I have to like do an inverted bulge on it to try to straighten it out. It doesn't keep it straight for too long, unfortunately. So I need to mess around with maybe some like better quality mouse pads or something, because these ones, they have like gel in them. It's probably what's causing that weird bulging thing. Eventually, one of my goals is to get like a sit to stand up desk, and then get like a huge like desk mat. Those have been pretty good. And I can always, if I was concerned about like wearing down where the mouse was, then I can get like a very thin mouse pad that doesn't have gel in it. It is starting to get there. On the plus side, this does give me a little bit of meat as well. Not like, you know, I'm specifically gunning for it, haha. Couple thousand, 3,000 there, about 3,000 there, 1,800 there. Actually, kind of crazy that I've almost gotten 2,000 wolf meat, because this is the only island I've actually hunted wolves on. I feel like I've hunted that many wolves here. I didn't want to shoot that one. Why would you target that? Why would you target the big... Hello? Game? Whatever. So dumb. This time, it prioritized all the little guys and not the big one. Yeah, because that makes sense. I love this game for its inconsistency. Alright, got about another 18 more minutes before this second hour is done. Made some progress, not nearly as much as I would have liked today, but you know, made some. I missed. Hey Katie, how's it going? Eh? Your registration is not real, it can't hurt you. Apparently. What you want while I eat? Nice. Don't mind me asking what you eat. Kind of making me hungry, actually. Oh, it's probably seagull, isn't it? Yeah. This one. Taquitos. Those are good. Love me some taquitos. Get them all that often, but do. What else am I doing this on? This is on my Kuno. Gosh. Okay. I do know that there are other classes that are technically better, but not by much. I think Mystic is like 5% more crit chance or something like that. Not too concerned about that, honestly. I'm just more concerned about inventory weight at the moment. Let's see. Sand green. Hides in there, I suppose. And I'll be honest too, I'm on Awaken Kuno, so it's actually worse than if I was a session. It would be very different, but written back damage, I think. I don't remember exactly because it's been like years since I thought about it. I just know a lot of people say Mystic is better. From the recent changes of Monster and such, I don't know, I'm like 50-50. That just doesn't count, huh? Oh, that's real sick. I really love this game and its lack of concern for my feelings. Such bull. Gathering Guru 2, baby, let's go. That's the second proficiency breakthrough today. First one earlier was Hunting Guru 15. Video hates everyone equally. I feel that, yeah, but today I feel like it's gunning out for me specifically, but you know. That's not the first time, and it's probably not gonna be the last for the rest of the stream where it just said, what's hit registration? Do your summon thing, woo, and all that. These wolves must be different. But oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense. It might also be because oh, there we go, stuffed wolf head, nice. So normal wolves are done. I need 5 of each, so that is wolves done. Now I still need raccoons and foxes, which are on this island. Shot a gun at a wolf. It connected. BDO. Nah, exactly. Well, the thing is, I wouldn't really mind if it was a normal shot, but it was a Black Spirit Raid shot, which is splash. So all of those wolves should have just died, but not a single one was affected by it. That's why I was more upset about that. Like I've had, you know, singular bullets miss, or you know, the animal like acts like it got shot but it didn't. A single bullet, it's whatever. Black Spirit Raid shot, even if it supposedly missed, it still does splash. And how, like that raccoon, that was a normal shot, it's like whatever. But it requires 100%. That's why I'm kind of stuck up on that, because that's such bull. I need to repair. Or iframes, they're just a suggestion, you know, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Where is the thank you? That makes sense. I'm glad that I'm almost done doing my hunting for today. I'm probably gonna just stop hunting after 2 hours. I'll still do some other stuff, you know, turning in boxes and doing here and there. Setting up to do some cooking today. Debating if I want to do some bartering on stream or not, you know. Oh, he's still alive. I thought he died. There was no noise. I've also been able to tell that for whatever reason today, the latency has not been the greatest. I always joke about it to a degree, like maintenance day is the day for them to fix their game, and then it slowly unravels over the course of the week. So, maintenance being what, tomorrow? Tomorrow night? Yeah. With maintenance being tomorrow night, I feel the game is slowly unraveled again. If I can get one of these foxes to drop... Okay, thank you. As I was trying to say. If I can get one of the foxes to drop one more head, and that one drop 4, then the foxes are also done. They are. That is more fox heads that I don't need, but I appreciate. Now, if raccoons can do it... See if I can get this ESR to work this time. There's changes too, but is most def to let them restart servers. Yeah. Alright. I'll let him attacking for a second here. 100% shot. Hey, wolves. Little D and total okay. Here we go. I'm gonna shoot one time. Okay. That's what it was supposed to do last time. Just full transparency. So I need weasel, I need raccoon. I think that's it for the islands. So raccoon, bear. I didn't see anything with a seagull in the marketplace. Seagull doesn't do anything. I type in stuffed. Weasel. Lions. And Africa. Unless I just looked over it, I didn't see. There's no raccoon in here, is there? There's no raccoon. Interesting. So no raccoon. Do I have it on my list? No, I'm just lying to myself. That's cool. So all this time I've kind of been wasting it on raccoons, but that's fine. Raccoon blood and raccoon meat, I'll use it. So the only other one that I need is weasels. That's it. So where are some islands that have weasels? Looks like those two. Armoth and Golden Pig King, if anybody needs them. 5 minutes. So I need to basically go back and forth between these two islands. Put back over here for my 5 or so more minutes left. Out a little bit less locky on the bit rate. So raccoons just don't have anything. Good to know. Weasels do, though, and I don't have a single, or I haven't gotten a single one yet. And these are not weasel heads, but they're like stuffed weasels. Those are all raccoons up there. This side of the island is weasels. I think I might be able to get them from just butchering normal ones too, like outside of Elia. Don't know for sure. Other island I could go to, I believe, is Baremi Island. There's a spot weird. Also, it's a weasel. Jaws. I mean, if I can get weasel today, that would finish out 3, which is huge, honestly. No, just don't want to do. Okay, it's a raccoon. Never mind. No, I just waste not, want not. Very rare time where I just confuse myself. Usually that doesn't happen. Good. According to the map, this only has weasels. Might be the weasel spot, you know. It's not it. There we go. All there is on this island? All pirates. There's some more on the other side. Almost look like a snake, honestly. Off the con heart. Only other place to go to would be Baremi. Anybody needs them, Golden Pig King and Garmoth have spawned. Watch it live. And on NA. I really shouldn't full commit to that. Chill here for a second. Horse is definitely faster than if I were to go on boat, which is why that I'm on the dine here, but see that ghost ship down there? Funny, isn't it? That's even funnier that I can summon it by being near it on the horse. Okay, so this island I've been to many a times, many hours. Well, more like 2 hours, I think. Because there's 2 bears on this island, and the rest are weasels. And for the sake of going after the bears, I would do the entire rotation, and then I would server hop, and then I would rotation on a different server. Because by the time I finished the rotation, the bears hadn't respawned yet. If I remember correctly, that's what I was doing. I see why I didn't do it this way. I remember I would go the opposite direction. Up. Going in a reverse rotation than what I did 3 months ago, 4 months ago. I think it's a reverse rotation. Out of the islands, there's these pirates right here. And there's like 3 bears? Yeah, there's this bear here. There's 2 more in this direction, I think. Yeah. And there. Or no. Those are the 2, okay. Having a hard time remembering. Then I would miss it. Weasels. From here, let me take a look. So the 3 islands, according to the map, are the one I'm at, Baremi, right here. Louis Vano over there, and Gooch. Oh, if I'm playing it safe, I don't want to say similar to Duck, but yeah, Duke. I don't know. These 3 islands, and I would have to, if I go back and forth between these 2, I have to stop at Mervino. This is the probably going to end up being the rotation that I use. Well, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to the mainland now that I have a bit more information on what to do here. Going to go back to that island. Hey, yo, guys, how's it going? Oh, they're mad. Oh, they're mad. These guys have never seen a horse before. Pirates, so, I don't expect them to. This way. Should be able to all the way back. Your horse ends up dying. Yeah. Like, hey guys, how's it going? Then I heard one of the NPCs go, hey! No, please don't kill me.
Welcome to Velia. Need to use the storage? You can keep more goods if you get a house in town and you...
So, I know I got over 500 of these today, which is pretty good, honestly. Raccoon meat and fox meat are just meats that I just didn't really have. Got wolf, foxes. There's 2 more down.
You can use the storage even at home.
So weasel and gray wolf, and then I have a total of 27 other species, ranging from Valencia, Regan, Camasylvia, Loudon Camasylvia, Odalita, and Mountain of Winter. So gray wolf and giant boar and weasel are the last 3 that I need for Balenos. And then from there, I'm probably going to try to do the Valencian ones just because they're more out of the way. I didn't realize that there was more than just the 2 lions up there. There's also a Valencia mountain sheep. I believe I've seen them once, but I don't remember if the one I saw was a huntable mob or if it was just like a normal mob. But then, I have things like Drigan male goat and female goats. I actually used to hunt those a long time ago, like when I first got into hunting, before I even had my tent. I have to be mindful, 2 rows here for value pack reasons. I probably should turn some of these in, but whatever. Alright, let me go ahead and out my piggy.
If you plan on crafting, you should leave your materials in the storage.
I also need to storage. Grab 2 of these, 2 of these. Do I need to do farming? Almost. There's like 1 thing that's not fully grown. Might as well do it though. Those, quick that outfits. Armor. Fighting crop. Is the 6 ones, this one right here. 96, I think is this one, right? You have like half an hour. 13 minutes. I really hope that I'm not here for 13 minutes, but I might as well do everything. Have that, never mind. Become a ritual for me to get out my tent and all that. So back on my tree tier. So I'm gonna do some farming here. This might unironically take more than 10 minutes. I'm doing this for anybody who's curious why. Farming XP up to Master 17. One of my end of year goals is to hit Master 20, and then next year will be for like pushing through 1. So I'm going for Guru everything. Why I'm like doing some of these things that, like, who is growing special pepper? Me, because they take up 1 slot, and I could do 10 instead of. I was growing special hot pepper because it at least takes up 2 grid spaces. Is this humidity's too high? Temperature's fine though. I don't need to add water to these guys. It's fertilizer. That should be good, as long as it doesn't have any more adverse. I'll hold off on the water until maybe I'm done. Realized say that about XP and then I'm not even using the XP crystals. I also didn't mean to do that, but you know. Side eventually becomes the harvest for product. So farming. Absolutely. It's not much, but it's honest work. When my crops would stop getting damaged by birds. Probably the one that's trying to grow right now. Like 10 minutes to go. Yeah, about 6 more minutes, okay. Gosh. XP event going on. I need to find out how many blush leaves I have. If I have a lot, I might as well turn them in before this event ends. I think it goes... Actually, it might end this week. Sure. Double check. All right. Anybody curious why I'm deleting the yellow seeds? They take up 5 times the normal amount of spaces, and typically you would only really want to use those to craft the higher seeds out of mysterious seeds. So I don't have any need for them right now, which is why I'm going to be deleting them. Gosh, I usually don't get that many. Stop it. Thank you. Three moles. Hello. This is the first time I've seen 3. It's 2. Seed bag. Yes, this is a thing. They did this a while back. Now I don't remember exactly when it was. All I need to do now is fill my inventory up to this space. So all the rest of this needs to be normal seeds, and then I'm good to plant everything. %. Stop it. That was my first fruit of nature. Wow. It's remaining. What's pepper? That's not what I'm growing. It's pepper. 50 in there. 51 in my inventory. Okay, we're fine. I just go around harvesting everything. These are like my daily chores I just didn't do this morning when I woke up. Mainly because they weren't ready to harvest, and I was too busy wondering why I was up at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock this morning. I think tonight will be a different night. Tonight will be better. The war against my insomnia has begun. Well, I guess it began a while ago, but I think I figured out one of the things other than just stress and worry. Oh, more moles. 2 mole. Let's keep harvesting. Total of 5 moles today, though. That's actually pretty good. Usually I get 1 to 3. Got about a minute left. Start planting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. 6, 7. Six, 7, 8. Take out these. Harvest you now. I sure can. Me now. 1, 2, 7. And last 10. Last thing I'm gonna do is give it some more water, even though it's raining. Because it's a sense of realism. When you go to water your crops, or like, yeah, because everybody knows that's like when you go to water your grass and then it just starts raining immediately, or you just cleaned your car and now it's gonna rain. Those sorts of things. Perfect sense. Intended. Okie dokie. From here, let's head over to the well. Don't get stuck. And now I'm gonna head off to Kama. I'm gonna go sell my cooking and alchemy boxes for the day. Right. It's cook's clothes, ladle. Mastery sets. Have life mastery applied. Farming is master 17. About halfway, which is good. I didn't even bother to get this for long. I swear. I'm so good at this game. Actually embarrassing. Today's Tuesday, so I just didn't check the shop yesterday when it reset, because these reset every Monday. This did reset though, so to demonstrate how much money this is, I actually need to get more meals made real quick. I have a special Balanos. So it says grab like 24 plus 20, so I need enough for like 180. And however many of these I can grab, I suppose. And make some more, unfortunate. So I've been trying to work toward making Balanos meals. While this is doing its processing here, allow me to explain. Over in Odalita, you'll see I have a bunch of meals here at the very bottom. In fact, so much it goes to 9 spaces. Maybe this is 10. This is 10. So these are all the sub meals needed to make Balanos meals. Now you'll notice 137, that seems like it's a lot. Well, it's 2 of these per Balanos meal. I'm not mistaken. Actually, I lie. It's 2 beer per. Whatever the recipe is. Let me check the recipe. Yeah, it's 2 beer and 2 stir-fried vegetables and 1 of the rest. So, in total, I have 137,000 recipes worth, which if you know your way around cooking and how it operates, past a certain threshold, you can expect like a 2.5 times return. So being over 125,000, this is 250,000 meals worth. That's not really including special meals either. So this is probably the biggest push for any one particular type of meal that I've done in a very long time. Illinois meals are not what I would say are the most efficient, but considering I didn't really need to get that much, like I might have spent like 2 billion, maybe 3 billion total for all this, considering that I have workers that work in Velia and they bring dried fish. Like this alone is another 14,000 of the smoked fish, 28,000 over here. So for what it's worth, I'll have more than enough to get me the boxes that I need for a good long while. But yeah. Let's put 6 of those back, and I'll just grab these 6 out, just because. Okay. You might be wondering too, like, why do you have all these other like smaller boxes? I was actually gonna sell these like first, and then start selling Guru afterwards. That way, I get more of a buffer. But I think I might start selling the Guru boxes, and then when I run out of these Guru medicines, I can start working toward making more elixirs, and I can sell these, so I can still have an income during that time period if need be. So that being the case, let's double check, make sure. Cooking, I'm at 2160. At one point, I'm going to swap to alchemy, and I know my alchemy is not that high either. It's this and this. I do not have an alchemy set, unfortunately, so it is 1810. Probably should use one of these just to push me up to 19. I don't know how much more that actually gave me. Maybe like 9% or so. But it does also add in more cooking mastery, which means cooking does get a little bit more profit. Not like it's that noticeable. We're going to do first, we're going to sell just the cooking boxes, and then I'm going to do a little bit of a micro here. That was the game almost dying, in case you're curious. And then I'm going to double check, make sure. Alchemy. Good. Let's go ahead and go to medicine side just to show that 179,000. So there we go. It just literally lags a bit. So I cleared out my silver before selling those. That was another half a bill, 565 million silver from just what is essentially like less than 5 minutes. Even if I make the boxes, it's less than 5 minutes. Now, obviously, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make all the boxes over in Valencia, trade crate them over here, or trade transport them over here, like I'm doing from Yuck Joe for all like the trade goods. And then once they get over here, I'll get the XP from them being over from Valencia, which means that my trade XP will also be going up. And you might notice this is actually a little bit higher. Since the last time I streamed, I had like almost 30,000 bronze crates. I think I leveled up 4 times or 3 times, something like that. It was a good time, honestly. So, yeah. Little things here and there, man. They add up over time. In fact, the amount of trade crates, it actually doubled what my silver net worth was. It was like I had like 12 billion before, 14, something like that. It doubled it, which was nice. So, let's go ahead and pause it in. There we go. So today, not including what I hunted for, just turning in those trade crates and also some fishing. It was like 3-4 hours of fishing because I just didn't sleep very well. That was 800 million silver for essentially what could be 5 minutes, 10 minutes of playtime. I'll say active playtime, but you know. What else is there to do here? Sure, really. I think I'm going to start working on those Balanos meals as much as I may not want to immediately. I could cook them here. I don't need to go to Calpheon like I have been. Go ahead and grab some of the... I'm curious, do these work on the Khan's Heart for one? I don't know if they do. Crafting materials, man, there's a lot of stuff. Mystical Spirit Powder, okay. So I don't think the Vel's Heart or the Vel's Fine Powder is going to work on. I think that only works on the Vel's Heart, which is a bit unfortunate, but you know. Which means I need to probably do some more of those stones down for this stuff. Alright, so Balanos meals. Let's go over to Odalita. There's the 4 blue here, and then beer down there. Okay, so... Oh, where is it at? So many tabs open. Balanos. Balanos meal. Yeah, it's about 120,000 is what I'm going to end up crafting recipe wise. Say like 2,000 meals. Okay. Would be 2,000 cheese gratin, 2,000 meat croquette, 1,000 smoked fish, 4,000 stir-fried vegetables, and 4,000 here. Now that is enough to where I don't need to keep further draughts and stuff. It's barely over 100%. And I kind of wish that I could get some more weight, but it's just not really worth it. I hear people all the time, like, they played on one character for years, and they're up to like 4,000 LT, and I'm just like, how much money did you spend on it? Because I've been playing the game pretty regularly. They just don't give out weight increases, essentially, for free. Which is a bit unfortunate. I wish they did. Whatever. For context about the hunting challenge, this is the house that I would like to put all of the animal heads in, but I don't know if this is going to be enough, because when I go into place mode, you would imagine that like the upper part of the house I have access to, but you don't. This is the second floor. This is the first floor. So I don't know if I can fit every single animal head in the game, all 5 of them per in this house. So I might need to invest in another house. So I'm also going to waste some durability on this when it gets lower. So Balanos. Okay, I have made the better ones too. Cool. And that's the other thing too, right? Is it's not just these green grades that I'm going to be using. I'm also going to be using all the blue grades to make more Balanos meals there too. So I do, however, further grab the rest of those. I do want to use these, so I will have my fairy turn on just for a second to use it. And I also will use my Treant's Tear for cooking speed to help out a little bit. So this is the final stretch for all these Balanos meals that I'm making. But if I were to look at it from a more perspective here, this is almost another like 30,000. I might need more of the blue grade beer, and I might buy stuff just to equalize it out. That way I use everything possible here. Like if I'm missing 2 cheese gratin, I'll try to buy 2 cheese gratin, or maybe just make 2. Just so I used all of what I've made so far. So this is home stretch territory right here, but it's still going to take a very long time, unfortunately. So yeah, I expect somewhere in the ballpark of like 300,000 basic meals, and then maybe like 50, 60,000 special ones. Rip cooking. I think that's what it says. It's on the plus side, because these are Balenos meals. In comparison, I should notice more XP per hour, because Balenos meals, they I believe have the same XP as Valencia, which is 2,000 XP. Each of these like smaller meals were more like 800, 400. If I have the information correct. Balenos meals is 1,600 XP. Cheese gratin. It doesn't say. I need to go to each individual item, I think. Cheese gratin is 1,000. Not the greatest, but... Meat croquet. That was also 1,000. Smoked fish. That was 700, so that's a lot lower. Stir-fried vegetables, that one was 400. And then beer was 400. So cheese gratin was higher, but also cheese, I think was a cheese gratin? Yeah, cheese gratin also requires grilled sausage. And grilled sausage, it also gives XP. So grilled sausage gave 400. So it's I'm gonna just be 100% honest. Valencia meals, even like the sub meals, are better XP than Balenos. That being said, pickled vegetables, or even just straight vinegar, essence of liquor, for the longest time will also give you a decent amount of XP, but once you start making like the meals that go into guru boxes, that's where things really shine. And if anybody wants to start this journey trying to go through cooking, what I can say is cook whatever you can when you can, but save for two very specific things. One of them being Valencia meals or some sort of guru meal like Balenos, Medea, one of those. The ones that I would recommend in order is probably Valencia, Balenos, and then kind of a toss-up between Medea or I think the other one is Odalita? I don't remember, my apologies. Item grade. Either Medea or... Is it Odie? I think it is Odie. Might be a Odie meals. Definitely Valencia though. And most of the time too, like if you need Valencia meals for whatever reason, most of the items I would say are on the marketplace. King of Jungle Hamburger. If I type in palm dates, is it date palm? Oh, dyslexia. Date palm wine, fig pie, fig peach, couscous, and teff sandwich, I believe. Yeah. So like all the ingredients needed to make Valencia meals are also generally speaking on the marketplace. I believe it's teff sandwich. Do your own research though. I'm pretty sure it is because it's spicy teff sandwich. But yeah, even if all you're doing is just buying all the sub meals and then making the final meals, you are still going to profit from it, provided that you're, provided that your mastery is high enough, you should profit off of it, turn them into boxes and such. I'm gonna make Balenos meals too, XP. Valencia is just a little bit better, but by all means, either one will suffice. And then once you do get up to guru boxes, then or like guru in general, then you can start making guru boxes and get yourself a good, decent, easy amount of money every day. Hey Shibui, how's it going? You're a box. No, you're a box. What was I looking for? The elixir. What was the elixir that I'm making? It's elixir of something. Elixir of frenzy. There's a lot of them. So these is what I'm making into medicine boxes. And I'm not going to say that I haven't done any research or like crunching numbers to make sure if buying these and then turning them into boxes is profitable. I think I could always just go to BDolytics if I just wanted to be lazy and just do a quick search, I guess. But I don't think these are going to be better or like the best. There might be other ones that are better. From buying turning into boxes, you have like 3 real good options and then 2 mediocre ones, and the rest is everything's just bad. You're looking at elixir of raw brawn. Which I don't. There's too many on the market. This requires oil fortitude, trace of nature, whatever that third item is. I'm not even going to try to pronounce it. Pure powder reagent and powder of earth. Endless persistence. This one right here. Red spotted amanita. That's probably a mushroom if I had to guess. Red spotted amanita is at least, you can at least essentially grow it. You just might need to find a few first, but. And then the other one is loony elixirs if you're buying from the market. Organic umbrella. Ew, that's gross. And moss tree sap is also gross. So if you're buying that, those are your options. Now, if you're making the box or making them yourself, the one I'm going for is Elixir of Frenzy, and that is like 4th on the list. But realistically, compare that to like 2nd place, it's like 35,000 silver difference. If you're making marking reagent, which I thought about doing, it's a master's medicine box, but if you make it yourself, you're profiting another 260,000 silver, more than what I'm making from just going for Elixir of Frenzies. But marking reagents, for context, according to BDolytics, it has a daily volume of 50. This is selling about 50 a day on the market. So you need 9 to make a box. Marking reagents, let me see what it needs. You need Sinner's Blood, which I have like 500,000 of from when I was pushing for Guru. Powder of Darkness, Sticky Liquid, Blackstone Powder, and then something called Insectivore Plant Flower to turn that into Insectivore Plant Powder. Combine that with Powder of Darkness to then make Herbal Gunpowder. So Herbal Gunpowder could be really good if you can get to a point where you are making this marking reagent. If you get to that point, you are making essentially 2 billion silver an hour by making it, according to BDolytics. So if I were to do, let's see, plants. Here it is. Insectivore Plant Powder. Looks like people just make this and sell it, which is pretty nice of them, I guess. Insectivore Plants Flower. So the flower goes into the powder. Man, that's a lot. I remember Insectivore Plant Flower not being good. And Herbal Gunpowder, there's like nothing really there, but the other one is Sticky Liquid. Which, yeah, cave sticky worm and calphion worm. I believe this is just harvesting, like butchering or whatever. Maybe fluid collector, I would imagine. It's not too bad. But, yeah. So knowing that this needs 9 of them for the boxes, right? Where'd it go? So in order for me to make roughly 2,000 of these marking reagents, granted I need 2,016 to sell 224 boxes, I would need 1,231 insectivore plant flowers based off of what is up just by default here inside Videolytics. I would need 2,000 sticky liquid, 10,000 blackstone powder, 2,000 sinner's blood. That doesn't seem too crazy in the grand scheme of things, but it's gonna be a lot actually. Well, I can put these here. Let's go back over to Odie. We're gonna grab 2,000, 1,000, 1,000, 4,000. 4,000. All right, back to cooking we go. So marking reagent could be pretty good in comparison to other boxes. It's like 200,000 more silver would be good. I think I'm gonna stick with Elixir of Frenzy though, because Elixir of Frenzy is like the main thing that if I remember correctly, what it comes down to for me is just cedar sap. Like clear liquid reagents, oil of regeneration. Oil of regeneration might be like the only question mark. Legendary beast blood for starters. Legendary beast blood. What sort of blood type does it need? It needs a lizard blood type. Cuckoo bird, lizard, bat, or cobra. That's why I have the thing open for cobra. Gorgo Cobra is near Basilisk Den, which I used to gather for Valencia meals, so I kind of know that rotation. So I would need Cobra blood every once in a while, which again isn't that bad. Make legendary beast blood. But the other things I would need for oil of regen: red tree lump, fruit of nature, powder of rifts. So let's take a look here. Tree. I still have some that I was going to do, but nature. Powder. I'm mining that at Keplin, it looks like, which is good. But the other one is red tree lump. I don't know. I'm getting some in Odraxi and some in Ailton, because I'm mining or like chopping trees in those locations. But I might need. Oh man, I really don't want to deal with workers anymore. But I might need like Velia, for instance. Well, I need copper actually. These are chicken. What are you getting over here? We're actually going to this one. Trace of nature, I believe. Yeah, 2 trace of nature. I can't afford to give that up. Gold ore and 2 trace. I kind of need that as well. Glitch ruins. I don't know if I necessarily need the platinum. I can maybe get rid of that and then instead go for. This has Maple. Maybe do maple. This is down over here. This guy, I'm pretty sure. Now, let me do trace of nature. 53,000 versus red tree lump. 96,000. Self-sufficiency is king, because if I were to do, you know, almost 10 million for 5,000, and 5,000 of these would result in it's like 15,000 oil of regeneration recipes. And 15,000 of those would equal 48,000 elixir frenzies. Am I reading all this right? I think I am. If that's the case, like, according to what this is saying, if I were to make pretty much everything, let's see, if I made everything, it would cost me around 8.7 billion, but just from crafting and then trying to sell it, I could then make a profit of 1.3 billion. That's selling back to the marketplace. My overall question in my head is, yes, this would be profitable if I just got all the ingredients and sold it, but what if I got all the ingredients and then turned it into guru boxes? This is saying that it would take a crafting cost of over 1 billion, but I would profit 500 million, which means that my money per hour would be 253 million if I was doing alchemy. So I'm just going to trust the process and say that if I gather most everything myself, it could be profitable, like really profitable. For 1,000 guru medicine boxes, it would only require, according to this, not even 600 red tree lumps. So, Powder of Rifts, I am acquiring those. Red tree lumps, I am acquiring those as well. Fruit of Nature, I don't remember seeing that you can get those from just node, right? Sure. Not seeing anything about a node. Gathered from farm products. Yeah. So maybe fruits are a bit more. I know ways you can get more fruits from your farm. It's using the yellow seeds and all that, so. Nature. How much do I have right now? About 24,000. I'm not and shouldn't feel too like, oh my gosh, I need to do something about it, you know? Because what I have here needs, I believe, a little bit more oil. I believe that's what I was making here. Right? Nature. Okay, yeah. Oil of Regen is going to need, there's like 2 different recipes going on here. One being the 6,000 oil and the clear liquid reagent plus the trace of nature. Those are steps for Elixir of Frenzy. I need 5,000 cedar sap per 1,000. So I need another 30,000 cedar sap. And then I need 12,000 ghost mushrooms to put in here. So, ghost mushrooms. Oh, they are there. Durr. So the other recipe that's going on here is actually more oil of regen. So 5,000 more legendary beast blood. I need 5,000. So it looks like I might need more legendary beast blood. Yep, that's what's going on here. So I need 7,000, 7,000, 7,000, 7,000. This will make more oil. More the oil with trace of nature, clear liquid reagent, ghost mushroom, and then also cedar sap, which is not here. That's the other recipe. So I need more snake blood. Enough to make 2,000 more legendary beast blood. I could just buy it from the market and just not care, really. Silver is silver. It just comes and goes, but... My apologies for just getting kind of nerdy here, but I'm just kind of cooking, and that's about it, really. Anyways, I think that's about all I really wanted to do today. I need to find out giant boar. Let me find out where those are again. So to recap, for those of you who might be tuned in, I'm going to be ending the stream here in a few minutes, but we went hunting today, got wolf. I still need to get gray wolf, but we got at least 5 wolf heads. I got over 5 fox heads as well today. Realized that raccoon is just not a requirement. It just doesn't drop any heads or a stuffed raccoon model or anything like that, so it was kind of a waste to be hunting them, but I did. We hit Guru 15 today in hunting, right here. And then also Guru 2 in gathering, because you do get gathering XP while also doing hunting. Those are 2 really good breakpoints to hit. And then now, to kind of wrap up the stream, I'm just doing some cooking because it's time that I make all these Balanos meals. Yay. For future, Balanos region, I need 1 more giant boar head. I need 5 gray wolves and 5 weasels. I have yet to get a single weasel head, and I need 5 of everything because I'm making the normal stuffed, artisan stuffed, masters stuffed, artisan special stuffed, and masters special stuffed. So a total of 5 heads, 1 for each of those categories. Made some progress today. Last time we did this was back in April. And just kind of going through at the very end here, trying to figure out what I need to do, where I need to go, how I'm going to progress with some stuff. I do believe that I should get a few workers going on red tree lumps just to say that I have them, but looking at things, I don't think I necessarily need workers because I could just buy like 100,000 of this, which will cost like what? Not even really like 200 million, I want to say, which is like nothing. So that's like a day's worth of selling boxes right there. So, but anyways, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up the stream here. Thank you all so much for tuning in and watching. Greatly appreciate it. If you guys are new around here, if you guys enjoyed the stream, leave a like down below, maybe subscribe, ring the bell if you want to get notified of future streams. Thank you to Maddie, Katie, and Shibui. Appreciate you guys. Huge shout outs to you as well for tuning in, even for a few seconds. I'm going to... Excuse me, sorry. Like 1 p.m., but I did not sleep well last night. I'm going to attempt to keep busy long enough to try to stay awake. Maddie stinks. Hey, you watch your mouth around here, young man. I'm joking. I'm just a little tired, don't mind me. Future streams, just throwing it out there. I am currently looking for a job, and I've sent in applications basically all over the place, so streams may become a little bit more sporadic here and there. Today, typically, my brother and I would do a stream in like an hour and a half from now, but we're not doing that today. He called it off, and we're trying to find, stream ideas for future. He's gearing up for Indie Fall, so go check out my brother. There's a link down below to his channel, Gary the Gamer. But yeah, that's it for me. So I feel like I need to go take a nap. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching this stream. Until next time, stay safe, take it easy, and God bless.